I'm up here at the Annaghmakerrig Centre, the Tyrone Guthrie Centre, to write for 3 days. Normally I'd stay for a week, but they don't have availability at the moment, so I'm going to have to do my best in the 3 days that I have. It's a really beautiful place and very conducive to writing. I know a lot of people find it very conducive because of the beautiful surroundings and that, but for me it's not so much that, even though that's great to be in something as, you know, in a place as beautiful as this. But for me, the beauty of it is that you can write uninterrupted pretty much all day, and it's extraordinary how much you can get done in one day when you don't have to answer the phone or go out and buy milk or do any of those very necessary but mundane things that one has to do every day. So having that uninterrupted stretch from the time you get up in the morning till the time you go to bed at night, to be able to write and think about what you're doing and have the time to make decisions and have the time to reject things or accept them and have time to fix your mistakes and to be inspired sometimes is really what being up here is all about. Well, today's been a difficult day. Yesterday started very well. I took my little vamp and my little bass figure and started out with that, and it, as I felt it would, it worked very well for me as a starting device for the piece, and that all went very well up to this morning when I had taken it to a certain point, and what I thought would work after that, I had the next section in my mind. I worked with that and just nothing happened. It really just didn't sound good. I thought it would sound good, so I tried that. It didn't sound good. I changed my approach to that. That didn't sound good either. And then I tried a third approach, and that was pretty crap too. So I was badly stuck. In fact, I'm still kind of badly stuck. Sometimes when you get into these things, you kind of think, God, you know, why am I doing this at all? Because I have no ideas and anything I do sounds terrible, and you kind of get a vague sense of your own incompetence, or sometimes a very strong sense of your own incompetence, and you get the feeling that nothing's ever going to work and that, you know, it's all a waste of time. You should have stuck to the day job. But I'm fortunate in the sense that I've been here before. I've had these experiences before, and usually when that happens, you can or I can, for me anyway, the way it works is that I find something that breaks the deadlock, that allows me to move the thing forward, and I think I just need to be patient and find that thing, and I'm sure it'll happen. But the problem on this trip is that I've only a very short time, only 3 full days here, so don't quite have the luxury of being able to just read a book or go for a walk and hope that everything comes together. Just have to hope for the best. Well, today's a bit better. Yesterday was a tough day, but today I managed to get something going that seems to have broken the logjam, so to speak, and it's still not going as fast as it was the first day, but that's okay. At least it's going. I mean, I've been in these situations before, and in general I've, touch wood, never reached a situation where it just stopped and I couldn't get it started again ever. So, you know, I think when you do this for a while, you usually have a few different strategies for trying to change things a bit, and I managed to get something happening today that seems to be moving along okay. It's a little bit of a slog, but it's moving, and I suspect it's probably a bit better than I think it is at the moment. It was a bit of a hangover from yesterday, in terms of you get into this thing where you don't think anything you're doing is any good, and it can be a bit hard to shake that off psychologically, even when stuff starts to happen again. So I think it's okay. I'm pretty happy with it, and I suspect it's a bit better than I think it is at the moment. So, I'm packing up now. It's a beautiful morning here. Mist and the sun. Doesn't feel like a morning where you actually want to leave, and I certainly don't feel like it at the moment. It's been kind of an unusual 3 days, in the sense that I started very well and then really ran into the sand for pretty much a whole day, and then managed to get it going again yesterday. Normally I would be here for about a week, and so, you know, something like a day where nothing happens isn't that critical, but because I could only be here for 3 days this week, it was kind of a drag that happened. But I got it going yesterday, and it got going again, and if I look at the file, I can see that I'm up to about just over 5 minutes of music. So 5 minutes out of what's probably going to be a 20-minute piece is not bad for 3 days work. I mean, some of that is going to need a bit of editing and tidying up, and I know I'll listen to it again the next time I set all this stuff up at home, and I'll listen to it again, and then I'll probably make some adjustments. But I think it's pretty okay. It will, and as I said, I think it'll probably sound better with a little bit of distance than it does at the moment. Sometimes when you're writing all the time, you you just get so close to the music you can't make any critical judgment of it because you're just hearing all the details and you're not really seeing the wood for the trees, so to speak. So I think this would be okay. So it was an interesting few days. One very frustrating day, one great day, and one kind of relieved day where I managed to get it going again. So now all I have to do is pack all this stuff up and take it back to Dublin. Yeah, it's great having all this equipment, but it's not so great having to dismantle it and, as a friend of mine used to say, mantle it again later.